Today we have a very special episode. I can't wait to show you. Stand still auto attacks and gets one. Oh, this is... God, 1,000 deaths! Oh! What? Oh my God!
Welcome everybody to episode 5 of Pro or Poo. It is me, Valdez, here with Bob Quinn, and today we are once again going to be looking at another situation in solo queue, on whether or not they were Pro or Poo, and whether or not they could have done something better to help their team. So how are you feeling today, Bob Quinn?
I'm feeling great, Valdez. Today we have a very special episode. I can't wait to show you and see how interesting this one is. It's exciting.
Absolutely. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into the question and see who is going to be judged today.
Alright, for today's episode, the title is called Iron with Heart of Gold. It's submitted by a person called Looks on Rampage. He is a Korean Iron player. Iron, yes. I've never seen an Iron play myself, but apparently it does exist.
It exists, yeah.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Look, there's eye shot. There's eye shot right there. Bitch, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes right there. I've got it in the night vision. I can see it. What is it? Oh my God.
So he says, played this damn game for 10 years and I never got beyond the 99th percentile of top players. People say that ADC shine late game, so you have to die as less as possible, with positioning in teamfights being the key so you deal damage, but the enemy can't get you.
Bruh.
Okay? Laning phase ends around 15 minutes. There was this weird team fight, but I couldn't figure out what to do, so I just walked in circles. Okay. Walking in circles. That's probably not good. I ended up losing, and I really want to know what I should have done in that team fight, or to simply get good in general. I think the answer might just be get good, but I am very excited to see how Korean Iron looks like. Walking in circles also seems pretty interesting. His questions are, what can I do to get out of Iron? And ADC positionings in teamfights, or how to position in teamfights as AD carry. I think that's what he meant. Yeah, I think without further ado, we should just roll the replay and see just how he played and how Korean Iron looks like. So looking at the matchup, we have Tristana, the person that submitted the clip. He's laning with a Zillion versus Caitlyn Lux, which is a very strong lane. Naturally, they should be losing, as they are. Hey, he has 20 CS at 645.
That is a problem.
Usually we'll have about 50 CS-ish, so that... Oh. Alrighty, I'm not too sure what Zillion was doing. Well, that's a kill.
Super grenade.
Oh, the double bomb from Zillion here. It's just something to jump in finally. There you go. The late flash coming from Caitlyn. And Tristana picks up the kill.
That's a good play.
Good double bombs. Caitlyn a little bit overextended without Lux and got hit by the double bomb and then flashed way too late. And because of that, Tristana gets a kill. Oh, maybe another kill here. Zillion is very low. Tristana gets back to lane again. He is down a whole pickaxe and double the CS to Caitlyn. More than double.
A few moments later.
Oh, jumps over at the 1 HP Caitlyn. Stands still auto attacks and gets one. Oh.
God, 1,000 deaths.
Oh! What?
Oh my God!
I guess he thought he could have finished him off with that auto, but it was just not enough.
There were so many moments of, when I look back, just crying in my bedroom. I remember looking in the back of my mirror and just saying the most self-loathing things.
So there was a week. So where is the team fight? Laning phase ends around 15 minutes. there was this weird team fight. This is the team
the
fight?
team fight?
Wait, it's not. It's coming up?
Tristana's not even here.
I need to see the team fight where he was like, I'm walking in circles. Tristana needs to just walk up here and try to clear the minions because he has range. And, I mean, the only thing I have to watch out is Morgana Q and the Caitlyn Q and the Lux Q. Aside from that, I think this turret could have been saved. So this is the play that he was wondering what he could have done. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that this is not a team fight. It's a 5v3, and all your teammates are getting picked off one by one. So you're in a very outnumbered situation. Your Yone is also 0-7, so he's not a champion. You're technically 1v5 here.
Some call me a prophet, a magician, a mad old hermit. But my eyes have never deceived me.
Nani?
He still has ultimate.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, maybe he's a bot.
At this point, I don't know, man. It's impossible to know. Tristana still 2-0-2. Oh boy. I don't know, Poppy.
I am kind of at a loss for words because these are not team fights.
Yeah.
These are people just inting and got picked off, and that was it.
I think it's he's like asking, what can I do in this situation? I think the answer is /FF.
Yeah, I think the answer is just to leave the game. I mean, I feel for him at the same time. He's in a very awkward position where the Mundo is extremely fed, and he is not doing too much damage. But
Yeah.
you know, he
could
definitely
have kited
could better
before,
as well.
but not here. Not here. But at least he didn't die. So there's that. Dude, we can take a look at the next team fight and see how he does here.
Alrighty, Tristana. Should be a free kill here. Nice.
Oh, he lives.
Oh, he's definitely playing a little bit too safe here, because right now I will be auto-attacking the Fiora.
Yeah. Seems like he has
While
some trouble with kiting.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how the game ends. And yeah, they just get Baron and they just push it in the game. Like they didn't even fight
There was
at the end. Like
there was
just
not
nothing.
any team fight that happened.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of a stomp.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Morgana's OP and Iron, I guess. Mundo just farmed, and that was the end of that. And the Tristana was never able to attack anything because there was not a single
Tristana
team
kind of
fight.
played for KDA. I'm not gonna lie. He played way too much like a pussy and just didn't do anything with the little lead that he got. He played too
I would
passive,
agree.
and as AD carry, you cannot be passive because you have all the damage in your kit.
Yeah.
You're the carry.
He needed to do.
Yeah, I
more.
want to flame this guy, bro. Like, I want to flame this guy more than the Yone, because it looks so sad to be playing so safe and scared as a champion that you can maybe, like, carry.
It was Iron, you know, just Iron things. And why don't we go take a look at the stats for this one and break down what could have been done better.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
So, in terms of damage dealt to champions, he did 8.1k, which is actually the lowest in the game, number 10 in game. And average Tristana would do about 15k damage, ADCs do about 16k damage, and he did 8.1k, which is very, very low. Total damage taken, I don't think it matters too much. I mean, his damage taken was lower, but at the same time, he did play super safe and position really awful, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the next set of stats and see if they help him here at all. No, not really.
Yeah, well, his CS number was atrocious. Damage to objective was non-existent.
Take
I
a
mean,
look,
to be
though.
fair, they were losing really badly.
His CS
And-
per minute is actually not that far behind the average.
You have to be either first or second, third or fourth. You cannot be anywhere near the bottom. You have no CS, you have no items, which means you have no damage, which is very illegal.
Total damage to objectives, I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. The team probably wasn't even getting objectives anyway, so even if they were, he probably wasn't in position to deal damage to objectives because he was probably trying not to die. Damage to turrets.
I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna have to unleash on this guy in a bit.
Yeah, we'll give you your moment, Bob Quinn. Don't worry.
Oh, there's more? Okay, vision.
Yeah, vision. He bought a
Where's the
control
vision?
ward.
Oh, wow, one control ward is actually more than the average of Iron player.
It's
That's insane.
more than double. Of
Wow,
the
80
average
carries in Iron
Tristana.
really don't buy control wards at all. To be honest, bro, if there's one role in the game that doesn't need to buy wards and control wards, it's 80 carry.
I think we can get to unleash
The conclusion here.
stage. Yeah.
What can I do to get out of Iron? First of all, the laning phase was just horrible. The matchup was rough, but no matter how rough the matchup is, you cannot be down 50 CS.
Yeah.
And your farm was just kind of stuck at like 120 until the rest of the game while your teammates were still farming. So you cannot be having like the lowest farm in the game. Second of all, your whole team was AD, and you were playing against like a champion like Mindo, so you have to itemize Kraken Slayer into Lord Doms, you know, item choices. You go in Last Whisper, sorry, in Fam Dance for second there, it just means you would do no damage.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of gameplay, the mechanics are just not there. I mean, you also asked ADC positioning in teamfights. Well, to me, I didn't really see any teamfights. It was simply your teammates getting caught one by one. And when you're caught one by one and you're putting in like a 2v5, 1v5 situation, that's not teamfighting. You will just have to run. But in the few teamfights that I saw where you guys kind of fought for like 2-3 seconds, you were not really hitting anybody. You were playing very safe, hitting the window just a couple times. And a lot of times you could have been hitting people, but you weren't doing that.
I think you pretty much hit all the points. Like, all of the little mechanics are, I shouldn't say little, they're like the fundamentals, right? Like CSing, you're an 80 carry. If you can CS, just go into like a bot game, try to just work on your CSing. That needs to be the first thing, right? So even if you just have better CSing and like have one extra item, you're probably gonna win more games and get out of Iron just naturally. Other than that, like ADC positioning and teamfights, I'd say maybe ping a bunch and say, hey, we're gonna just run into them at Baron. And then you need to be more aggressively positioning, because sitting in the back and not hitting anything or only hitting the tank, like it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Like,
It's good to never die, but you cannot be not doing damage.
Yeah.
You have to be in a position to survive and do damage at the same time. That is the beauty of 80 carry. You have to be in the middle ground.
So, unfortunately for this guy, I mean, it was an Iron replay, so I felt like coming into this one, you know, the show is named Pro or Poo. This is almost certainly going to be Poo. I mean, it's pretty unavoidable. It's Iron, right?
A good thing about being Iron means you have a lot to work on.
Yeah.
And after you touch on all those things, you should see improvements really quickly.
That's about all we have to say here, Bob Quinn. Anything else you want to add at the end of this episode?
Hey, bro, get good, man. I believe you. Next season, challenger.
Yeah, he's got a heart of gold.
You got
so
this.
It's possible. But yeah, that's going to do it for episode 5 of Pro or Poo. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a comment on what you thought in the bottom here of this YouTube video. But either way, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Pro or Poo.